afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Creating with Stamps. I'm Stephanie. This afternoon we're going to do a quick card. It can be a birthday card, a children's birthday card, or whatever you want it to be. We're going to be using Stampin' Up's new C Street stamp set and the new large polka dot stamp or embossing folder. We're going to start with an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of this is Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I'm going to fold that right on the score line. Just give it a little pinch. I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the Pear Pizzazz cardstock also that I ran through the Big Shot using the large polka dot embossing folder already. And we're just going to take and we're going to adhere that to the front of the base here. I like to use the grid paper when I'm working because it gives me like a straight line to help line things up. I'm not the greatest at lining up straight lines, so any little bit of help I can get helps me. Or I should say. I'm going to put that right on there. And then I have a 1.5 by 5 1/4 piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock that I've already cut. We're going to use the starfish out of the stamp set. And we're going to make this little decorative strip here. And it's just however you want to do it. There's no right way to do it. It's, you know, you just stamp them on there. Just until you're happy with the design. Just alternate the stamp back and forth, and that way you get a good, you know, you don't have all the little ones bunched together and you don't have all the big ones bunched together. That's what I try to do with it. And it just takes a minute to do it. I also always use a piece of the grid paper underneath, or, you know, something underneath it anyway. It's usually the grid paper I use just to protect my desk area so that the extra ink that goes off the edges doesn't ruin my stamping or my desk area, because my husband worked really hard to build this for me and I don't want him to have to redo it for me. Okay, so then we're going to take a 1 3/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch of Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to stick that onto the front of the base that we've got, just about like in the middle of the embossed piece, and it goes edge to edge, so that helps you, you know, line it up a little bit. I like doing those projects like that. It makes it a little bit quicker. So and just edge to edge, and there you go. Then we're going to take the Pear Pizzazz, the starfish piece that we just created, and we're going to do the same thing on top of the Whisper White piece of cardstock. Just line it up the very edges. And there you go. And that's what we have so far. And then I just used a scrap piece of white cardstock. We're going to use the octopus. My paper's sliding everywhere today. We're going to use the octopus stamp out of the set. And my Pear Pizzazz ink is really juicy, so it takes a second sometimes to get it all covered. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp off the octopus. And then I take this circle dies that we have from Stampin' Up, the set, and I'm using the 5th one from the center. And it fits over that very nicely. And then I'm going to use the Big Shot. I would use the Big Shot and punch that out. I already did that ahead of time to save myself a little bit of time. So there's that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesive, if I can find it. Things are running away on me today. Put a couple dabs on there. And then you could just put that anywhere on the front of that card that you want. I like to offset it a little bit But you can, put it wherever you want to do it. And there you go. It's a really quick and simple card. Took me about 10 minutes total. That included the embossing and all the cutting. And that included also my dogs. I had to have, a few minutes of my time. And then what I did with the envelope, because I wanted the envelope to be a little bit decorative also, so I just took the envelope and I just used the starfish stamp on that, just like we did on this. So it matches, it brings it all together, but it's, you're not giving them just a plain white envelope. I hope you have a good day.